Let me just start. Dan Schwartz, President, Chief Operating Officer for the Affluence Network. Welcome, everybody. We have from management on the call, we have myself, and we have Troy James, who is the founder, and we have Jack, or Jeremy Smith, which is his full name. One day he'll tell everybody the story about how his company is Jack Topper and all that, but his real name is Jeremy Smith, and he is the Chief Executive Officer for the Affluence Network. What I'll do is let Troy briefly do an introduction, and then we'll let him not talk too much since he's fighting what looks like pneumonia. So having pneumonia is probably not the best thing for you when you're trying to give presentations. So we'll let Troy off the hook, and Troy can just introduce himself and share the vision of why we're all here. So you want to go ahead and start, Troy?
Good day, gang. My name is Troy James. I've been in the marketing industry for 25 years now. My primary clients have been Hollywood and the super rich over that time period. And about approximately 9 years ago, I got into creating digital products, softwares, and such to improve my business and earn an extra living while doing my day-to-day clients' work online. During that period of time, I've had a lot of highs and lows in my experiences, and that all comes with trial and error. Throughout my years of experience, I was a little bit stubborn and always thought that there was an easier, better way, and I discovered the better ways by trial and error, but that didn't come without a lot of losses along the way. That being said, 8 years ago I started my software company, and at the same time I came up with the vision of the Affluence Network. The whole point behind the Affluence Network was to combine all avenues that people can find success and make large amounts of money through the internet in one central portal. So instead of buying all these different courses and products to try and find what works for you and to try and find what is the best strategy or method that you would want to apply in order to make money online, I figured that by putting all this knowledge and all the software tools that people use in internet marketing to achieve success all into one central portal. Now, the original design was that I would create all the content myself and update it as need be. Being the one-man show didn't pan out to be the proper way to look at this. 5.5 years ago, I met a very good friend of mine now, and his name is Professor Ron Washburn, and together we fine-tuned the Affluence Network over a 3.5-year period until we met Jack. I will call him by Jack. His real name's Jeremy Smith. You've heard him on the call already, but Jack has been a very influential part of our developments. He's been my right hand for the past 2 years, and the three of us put our brains together to build the absolute ultimate system that everybody could prosper from in 3 different avenues. So as Dan shares everything about the Affluence Network with you, you will learn that there's 3 very unique categories and ways to profit wildly from the Affluence Network, and we have invested almost $3 million into the development of this system, and it has taken 8 long years to bring it to fruition. Okay, that being said, we are in our alpha phase, and newcomers into this right now will see the system all being put together. So all the different pieces that we've created and put together through all of our influencers, the influencers being the instructors that we grabbed for each niche subcategory topic, that they alone are making millions of dollars using their strategy in that unique category. Things like making money on YouTube, making money on Amazon, making money on Etsy, so on and so forth, as you will learn as this presentation moves forward. So we wanted to share this experience with everybody, and we wanted to give you a robust way to make exponential amounts of money as an affiliate, as a partner, as a member. Today, you're being given the experience that not many people around the world have seen yet, but I promise you, this will be one of the biggest opportunities to ever hit the internet. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy this presentation. Dan, it's all you, my friend.
Thanks, Troy. I guess while we're here, why don't you introduce yourself, Jack, also, and then I'll get into the presentation.
Thank you, Troy, and thank you, Dan. Hello and good day to everyone. My name is Jeremy Smith. I'm coming to you from the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, here in the United States. I'm currently fighting a little bit of a cold, so I hope that my voice holds up. It also sounds like my colleagues Troy and Dan are fighting colds and coughs as well. I guess it must be that time of the year. Anyway, as Dan said, I do use the name Jack Topper. I've had a company by that name for several years, and you may have encountered it as I provide services under that name for other companies online. My friends call me Jack as well. As far as how the name Jack Topper came about, it's somewhat of a long story, but the short and simple version is that I aspire to be a fiction novelist. I created the pseudonym or pen name Jack Topper when I started writing, and I'm still trying to get books published under that name. Maybe one day you'll see me on the shelf. As for my background, since I neglected to mention it on last night's webinar, I come from the aviation world originally. I spent 25 years in aviation. 15 of that was spent in the corporate side of aviation, in the operations and operational safety side. Among other things, one of my responsibilities is that I oversaw contract negotiations, and I was directly responsible for negotiating contracts totaling tens of millions of dollars. Back in 2013, I started my own company, where we provided operational safety-related services to airlines and ground service providers. I'm not as active in that anymore because I also started another company in 2013, which is an online e-commerce company in which we actually grossed over $500,000 in revenue during the first year. And then also around 3 years ago, I started to expand into the internet marketing arena. I saw that as an opportunity, and I met Troy James after purchasing one of his products related to internet marketing, and I quickly came to realize that he is an incredible genius, and I wanted to learn more from him. After just a little while, that evolved into him actually mentoring me, and then later inviting me to join him in the Affluence Network and helping his vision of what the Affluence Network could be come to reality. I'm really excited to be here. I want to welcome all of you to this kickoff webinar, which is basically the second one with the leaders of the Affluence Network. I look forward to getting to know you and working with each of you inside the Affluence Network as we make our futures affluent for many years to come. As I said a moment ago, this is essentially our second kickoff meeting to introduce ourselves to you, as well as introduce you to the Affluence Network and what it's all about, which Dan will walk us through here in a moment. We've been working very hard behind the scenes to bring the Affluence Network to where it is now and make it available to those who are fortunate enough to get invited. I know that it's going to provide exceptional value and multiple earning opportunities for everyone involved. As Dan will explain, we're currently in the alpha stage of our launch, and as such, there are some elements of our back office that are yet to be activated. But we do have a structured launch plan, and we're bringing everything online in phases. I'm confident that you'll be more than impressed with everything that's inside the Affluence Network and what it has to offer. With that, I'd just like to say thank you for being on today's webinar with us, and I look forward to seeing you and working with you inside the Affluence Network. Cheers.
Perfect. Thank you, Jack. That was good. So now we know the short version of the origin of your name. I appreciate it. You can go to the next slide. Perfect. And just tell me when the screen comes up. Okay. Troy briefly said, what is the Affluence Network? It's a system that has been 8 years in the making, and it's targeted at people who want to market existing products and services, who want to learn new ways to make money online, and then also it has a few other nice features to it, like a hybrid network marketing system and cryptocurrency. Go ahead to the next slide and just say yes when it's up. Okay. And if anybody can't see it, just let me know. So the idea is we tried to make the network foolproof. What we mean by that is get it set up in such a way that anybody can make money, and you have multiple ways you can choose to be a participant. You can choose just to be a customer, learn courses, use all the software tools on a monthly basis only. You don't have to be a network marketing enrolling machine to get benefit from being a member of the Affluence Network. You get a higher level of learning by taking courses plus advanced training, and you could become an affiliate of the Affluence Network that then can unlock a successful future with relatively little effort. Network, when you talk about networking, there's a little word in the middle called work. So there is work required, but based on how the system was designed, we've tried to make it such that we can deliver success to anybody that participates. Go ahead, next slide. So the founders have set it up so that your Affluence Network membership can essentially be free. So we wanted to create a system that's highly engaging and rewarding, but if you work it and put in some effort, you will find yourself having the system pay for itself. So let's show you how that works. So first of all, you heard Jack briefly talk about his 25 years of experience and a number of years in being successful online. Troy with his 25 years of internet marketing experience and making money online. So they understand what works. And by having this understanding and then partnering, as Troy said, with experts in the business who are in their specific niches, we can get you 100% of the inside tricks to everything you ever wanted to know when it comes to being successful online. And with that knowledge, we were able to put together the Affluence Network. I should say, Jack and Troy and the team, I did not put this together. I have been working with them for a number of months and joined them to help bring this to fruition. Next slide. Okay, so how can the network, the Affluence Network, pay for itself for you? Well, first, it was created for action takers. We know that not everybody's going to do a lot. Lots of people get excited and they sign up for an opportunity, and then life happens and they don't necessarily do that much. But 3% probably will take serious action and become very successful. This group here shows that you're part of the action takers and the 3% because you've made time yesterday or today to come out and get involved and watch this. So to get the most out of the Affluence Network, you have to be involved in all the aspects to essentially get the benefits for free. Next slide.